The 3rd of February 1996, obviously, it remains the historical date in South African sporting history that we all have such fond memories of. It's the day Bafana lifted the Africa Cup of Nations for the very first time on home soil. The substitute, Mark Williams, he scored twice in the second half. It was in the 73rd and 75th minute to help the team beat Tunisia 2-0 at the Soccer City Stadium, or FNB Stadium at that point in time. So to talk more about this moment and what it meant for Bafana, we're now joined by a legend, a defender, Mark Fish. Good morning, Mark. We chatted not too long ago about development in South African football, and now we're having this conversation. I know everyone is discussing the goals, the lifting of the trophy, what it meant to the country. But when you think about the 1996 Africa Cup of Nations, is there a memory that perhaps isn't as distinct for everyone else, but just pops out for you?
Yeah, no, good morning, Stacey. I don't know if you are aware that there's a class of 96 Rise of a Nation documentary that's going about. And the other night, no, I lied, not the other night, I lost, yesterday morning, I watched it. And that first episode, luckily I watched it alone because I was full of tears, full of emotions and it was, it was more than football, what was happening in our country and what that team did. So, it's unbelievable memories, Just a quick one. My daughter watched it, and when you tell your kids, oh, you met Mandela. Now I've got two young kids, so you met Mandela, and it's like, I'm not sure, Dad, if you're telling the truth. And then there on the first episode, my daughter watched it, and she sent a message saying, Dad, I see you met Mandela. Then I was like, no, Mandela met me. So but the exciting thing is, I think for me, it always remains of what that team was off the field. On the field, everyone could see that we wanted to play for our country, play for the people, play for ourselves as individuals and for each other and for the coach. But that I always talk about the journey from Sunnyside Park Hotel to FNB Stadium, which was probably about a 25-minute drive with an escort, that the emotions, the singing, the dancing on that bus always psyched us up to, once getting to the stadium, no matter how full the stadium was, we were able to go out and perform. And, watching the clips of what you were showing now, Mark Williams, as he calls himself, the nation builder, coming on and scoring those two goals, and it's no disrespect to Tunisia. My feeling of that whole tournament was that the semi-final was always the biggest game for us. Whoever won that semi-final, which was